So that being said, warm-ups. Again, anyone that's new, do what works for your body. Anything that doesn't feel good, feel free to do something else that does feel good, and have a good time. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe in. We're gonna turn our palms in, breathing out gently, tucking our chin. So that's gonna look like this. We're gonna follow our hands down with our head and our eyes. Coming on back, just kind of resetting our head. Well, rats, I'm bummed. I thought I had it figured out with the music. I will tell you, if I've learned nothing else with this whole thing, I've learned that patience and to go with the flow with the whole thing with quarantining and Zooming and doing my best to make it work. One more time, everybody. So drop one hand down, tilt your head to the side. And again, this is a great one. If you do have your chi ball and you want to think about that, is you just drop it down. And again, if you're new, the chi ball is just a drishti. It's a focal point. So if you don't have one, that's okay. You can visualize one. And there is a large part of chi ball that talks about aromatherapy. And so, like I said, if you have a piece of fruit, great. Use it. Give it a little sniff. It'll help wake you up. Couple more each side. I don't know about your house, but it's really sunny at my house, but it's very blustery. It's very windy. Okay, one more, everybody. Same thing with our rotation. If you want to use your ball, we're just turning and following the ball around, coming back, turning, following the ball around. And again, if you've got a bad shoulder, the closer in you have your hand, the less force you're using on your shoulder. If you want to get a little shoulder workout, your way out here. But it does kind of actually add to this specific stretch to or warm up to use the ball. Sorry, I haven't had to talk loud all weekend, and I've kind of lost my mojo on the talking loud. So I'll raise up the volume. Okay, one more, everyone. Same thing with shoulder rolls. You can just leave the ball there. Roll up, back, and around. Nice deep breath, everybody. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you want to change the ball, if you can, you don't have to. Especially since we usually only do 5 of these, and that would make it odd, so we'll do 6. One more, everybody. We'll do our forearms. We don't. In Tai Chi for Health, they talk about walking around saying hi to everybody, and nobody likes doing that. So we're gonna add in forearms, and it's gonna be this. You're just gonna roll your hands around. And again, those of you that do a lot with your hands, I know we've got an artist out there and a doctor that does surgery. Roll the other way. A fine home cooked, all kinds of people roll them that way. And then again, do this guy. You know, you're just loosening up your forearms a little bit. And then if you want, you can roll your shoulders around a couple times again. We'll do our waist, and again, if we're playing with the ball today, we'll play with the ball. We're gonna sink down a little bit. We're gonna turn over, turn the other way. And again, if the ball just frustrates you and you don't want to use it, that's okay. Again, we talked about breath last week. We're working with our breath. Breathing in, breathing out as we turn the ball, so that'll slow us down to breathe in again. So this one's kind of nice with ball too, because you can really visualize what you're doing. You're coming up, raising up. And again, if you're losing my hand, sorry, every week it's a different focal length with the angle on my iPad. Sorry, then I started mumbling again. Sorry, everybody. If you want to work on your balance, you can come up on your tippy toes. So this is separating heaven and earth, but of course the opposite of this would be, pick the fruit. You really get that side bend in there. So your choice, as big or as little as you want. You can be right here. You're still moving through all of your dantians and working a little bit on your balance. Last one, everybody, will come on down. We'll do Buddha holds up the heavens. This one, if you want, you can get a little bit more deeply into your horse stance. Come on up, push on up. Again, if you want to work on your balance, come up on your toes. Apparently my balance isn't super good today. Looking up if you want. If that hurts your neck, of course, don't look up. Just look straight ahead. If we've got anybody from other clubs, welcome. I am Kathryn with Avlop Athletic Club, but we are in my kitchen. This is my only Zoom only class, and this is the only spot in my house where I have a long focal length for this class. Last one, everybody. Come on down. We'll do our hips, loosen up our hips. Again, our hands are going to float forward. As our hands float back, we're going to tap one foot forward. If you're having balance trouble, you can stop in the middle and tap back. If you're really having balance issues, it's all about your hip. You don't have to do your hands. So again, wherever you're at today, like I said, I didn't realize my balance was bad until I started doing Buddha holds up the heavens. One more to the front, one more to the back, stop in the middle, switch feet. One more to the back, everybody. Stop in the middle. Again, float your hands up, push the wall. Again. One of the things in the training they were talking about is if you lock out your elbow, it automatically raises your shoulder. And it's true. We'll get that and we'll play with that a little bit in the middle of this. Okay, last one, everybody. And then punching, and again, of course, we'll come back to this when we move into the practice. But punching is cross-lateral body movement, working to connect the two hemispheres of your brain, loosening up our knees. So again, just tapping out, not shifting our weight. We'll do that one next. If you really want to work on your balance, you can come up, kick out. But you got to try to do your best to be in control the whole way. And of course, if you're doing your warm-up seated, this one is super easy. I just realized I can send you a link through the chat if you want to turn the music on. So when we get to where we start running through the form, I will take a little pause and I will give you all the link. Because it really is pretty music. It's really nice. One more, everybody. Come on, back to the center. And it does enhance our practice. So this one we're going to turn shift. Again, if you're retired and you're getting up later, if you've been doing paperwork all day or studying most of the morning like I have, you're just checking in to see how it feels to put weight on that leg. Make sure that your feet and your ankles and your knees all feel pretty good. Maybe you got a little soreness in a hip. Just check in and just kind of taking note. No judgment. It's just like, oh, that's a spot I need to be cautious of if I want to do a full kick. Okay, last one, everybody. Come on back. Hands on your lower dantian. Loosen up your ankle. Other foot. So back to the first foot, in outside a heel, inside a big toe. Yeah, Teddy has decided that now's good nap time. So all week long we've been like, yes, let the puppy nap during this time. Other foot. So she is curled up in a ball and she's snoozing with all her toys. And yeah, I took the squeaky toy out this time. So since we're all home and we can, I would recommend grabbing a hold of something and we're just going to lift our knee up and we're going to swirl our ankle around a little bit. A little bit extra warm up. Roll it the other way. This is part of the chi ball warm up. It's not Tai Chi for health, but I figure, so were the hands. I figure it's good to add in and take the best parts of everything, roll the other way. Coming on, I got a little click in my ankle. It was good to do. Great. A little bit of Qigong to warm up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to scoop up the good Qi. We're going to fling it out in the universe. And again, these can be as big or as small as you like. I know I've got some moms at home. Roll your shoulders back, look back. Wise L looks back. I got some moms that are having their kids at home. I wish you could get this credit for this for their PE, because I know some parents have been like, it's really silly. My kids are running around the living room for their PE. It's too bad you can't videotape this and be like, this is what we're doing. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, one more. We'll do Tiger Comes Out of the Cave. So kind of the cool thing is with the study I am doing, they're talking about the backside of your body, like the hard part of your forearm being your yang, your harder, firmer side, and the soft part of your front being your yin. So basically, what we're doing in this move is we're entering in yang, we're breathing out, and we're ending up in yin. So really, kind of a real complex energy move. Again, if you're just here to move, that's great. We're squeezing our shoulder blades together, opening up our chest. But if you're here for a little bit of maybe, a little bit of calm, a little bit of energy work, that's what that one's doing. So like I said, super cool stuff. We'll do little chicken. Again, coming down as far as you want in your horse stance. Coming up, just making sure you're lining up your toes, your knees, and your hips. Come on out. Come on in. So breathing out as we push, breathing in as we open, breathing out as we push our fingertips, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. In, out. Okay, last one, everybody. We'll finish in prayer position. Great. We will do our, again, finish with a yin move. We're going to step out to the corner. We're going to open up. Wild goose spreads wings. So breathing in, breathing out. Okay, one more, everyone. Of course, we'll step to the other corner. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, one more, everyone. Come on back, go ahead and settle your chi. So Wuji posture, it's our initial posture. It's that one where we start, and I normally always say have us in mountain pose, but in going through some of the chi and the energy stuff, it makes sense to have that little bit of a forward roll with your shoulders. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to this. Uh-oh, there we go, that. So to break that down, I'll get my glasses. Like I said, it's the beginning and end of Tai Chi. Achieves a perfect alignment, allowing energy to flow freely through the body and preparing the mind to access a profound meditative state. So all good stuff. This is Wuji, or the ultimate nothingness. At a certain point out of this emptiness, complexity and substance was born, including the formation of duality, yin and yang. Tai Chi moves from Wu Chi into the practice of the Tai Chi form, creating a polarity within the Wu Chi state, and produces the two extremes known as yin and yang. Tai Chi is not Wu Chi, it is created from Wu Chi. Tai Chi is the process between Wu Chi and yin and yang. So again, just kind of interesting, cool stuff that maybe we don't always think about, but I will say, we'll do the physical part, feet shoulder width apart, flat on the ground, 50% weight distribution, so none of this. Toes lined up and parallel with each other, pointing straight ahead, knees slightly bent. So again, we're here, our tailbone is tucked under. Imagine a rope attached to your tailbone and running deep into the center of the earth. This allows the hips to pull down and causes the knees to bend slightly. Shoulders should be completely relaxed, as if someone is gently resting their hands on them. I think that's a nice sensory cue. Someone gently resting their hands on your shoulders. Chest is slightly hollow, not thrust out, back is rounded. Arms are completely relaxed and held at the side of the body. Imagine having a little tennis ball in your armpit. Imagine a golden thread attached to the top of your head and pulling it up to the sky. This will cause your chin to be tucked into your chest. Some of these things we don't normally talk about, we don't think about. As the head remains in a constant state of being drawn up towards the heaven and the rest of the body is being pulled down, the spine is elongated and straightened, so it's called opening your back. The tip of the tongue is lightly pressed to the roof of the mouth just behind the teeth, and you have a gentle smile on your face. So you're not like big grin, you're not frowning, but gentle smile. Again, we're breathing, focusing on our lower dantian, expanding our belly, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is kind of contra to what's going on with the COVID, because they say that the flora and fauna in your mouth is actually better at fighting off the virus than the stuff in your nose. Your breath should be calm and forced, no more than 70% of your inhale or exhale capacity each breath. So, like I said, kind of hold the other things they talk about is in the early stages, you might have a little bit of discomfort or a little bit of shaking doing that. And that's just your body telling you that the chi is blocked, and that's something to work on getting that to flow through. The other thing is your brain, and this is usually where I have the issue, is intrusive thoughts indicate the rising awareness of the relationship between thinking conscious mind and the meditative still mind. You really need to practice that. From up to this point, the mind has been in complete control, unchecked and unrestrained. And man, if that's not the truth, to help alleviate the symptoms, if you're having some of these troubles that I have, as you exhale, see if you can gently guide the tingling, discomfort, and intrusive thoughts down through your body, out through your feet, and right into the ground. So again, good stuff to think about. I have, like I said, my usual variety of stuff. I went dumpster diving. Somebody was getting rid of a bunch of kids' toys on the block, and yeah, I sanitized it. But, actually, I kind of like this size better. So usually about 4 inches, but like I said, if you got an orange and that's what you're using, take a nice sniff on it. Good stuff. So we will start easy stuff. Again, first thing we're going to do is we're going to enter that Wuji posture. So toes pointed forward, slightly bent into our knees. And again, if that's super uncomfortable and you need to toe out a little bit, let's face it, we're going to do what works for our body. Nice deep breath. Close your eyes if you like. So when you're ready, you're going to settle your chin, you're going to raise that ball up, you're going to sink it down. Again, you're going to come into your knees as much as you like. We're going to work on opening our back. We're going to come up. We're going to gently squeeze it. We've got a ball. And again, if you don't just squeeze your palms together, that's okay. We're going to laterally flex over our side body. So again, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, one more each side, everybody. Okay, last one. We'll chest center, heart center up to the sky. And again, we're going to balance. Come up on your tippy toes. So breathing in, breathing out. Here comes our thumb just raising up, feeling like we have gentle strings. Pulling our hands up, switching the ball each time, coming on back. And again, you can make this as big or as little as you like. If your hands don't like going behind your back, you can always just stay right here. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, one more, everyone. Breathing in, opening out. Again, you come up on your tippy toes if you like, and then lift your toes up or not. And again, if that's hard on your shoulders, down is fine. Last one. We'll do a lateral move. We'll do paint the rainbow. This time we're going to have the rainbow be the sun. Coming on down. Separate the clouds, so we're back to scooping the water. Coming on up. This is where the drishti comes in, because you're watching that ball come up, you're bringing it around, you're switching hands. It's what makes this a little bit harder is that you're having to concentrate on not dropping that ball like I did last week. If you drop your orange, you now have orange juice. No, Teddy. Teddy, no. Teddy's not a big barker, but if she hears another dog bark, she barks. Okay, last one. We're going to roll our shoulders back. We're going to roll our arms, brush, knee, push. So we're going to look back, breathe in, breathe out as we come through. Breathe in. Yeah, like I said, Teddy doesn't bark it much, but she barks if the other neighborhood dogs start barking. So she must have heard somebody that I didn't hear. Again, a little balance by looking back at that ball, watching it come forward. Different neurological pathway when you're balancing looking backwards. Last one, everybody. So go ahead, put your ball on your left hip, and we're gonna do hulas. We're gonna go into our left, come on back. Again, this is a really good, these figure eights is really good for low back pain. If you really want to get into it, you're gonna lift up on your heels. Because I'm not gonna have coordinated today. Because if you notice the hula dancers, the way they really get that motion is they've got that ankle, they've got that heel off the ground. So come on back, same thing other side, and you're gonna, again, start into that hip. And when you're ready, come on back. We'll do a little bit of shoulder rolls. And again, you can make these as big or as high or as short as you want. We're going to do about 3 one way. And like I said, you can be right here. Then we're going to do 3 the other way. We're going to work on some, cross-lateral body movement stuff. We're going to push. Push. Oh, I switched it. Push. So like I said, each week we'll move through a different move and get into complexities because some of these moves can, just like the difference between Tai Chi for health and Tai Chi for 24, they can really expand upon each other. So we'll be doing some of that. And again, a good spot to lift the heel if you like, if you really want to get into the torso turn. From there, we will move into our carrying the moons over here. Actually, the ball goes here. I did it backwards 2 times. The ball goes here. Sorry, everybody. You're watching that ball come across, slowing yourself down, moving over here.
12 p.m.
Breathing out, breathing in. here's the one I always have trouble with. I'm pushing right. This is the one we just did. This is the opposite. So this is here. I'm bad at this. This is the one. This is the one I just can't get. And I'm probably, so breathing in, breathing out. One more. The good news is we get back to our old favorite waving hands like clouds, and this one's really nice with the ball because as we up elevator, down elevator, that's where we breathe out. As we breathe in, we're coming across, we're watching our ball, breathing out, breathing in, scooping the chi, bathing it across our heart center. Last one, everybody. We'll do our lateral move. So we're going to step out to the corner. And again, as big or as low as you like, we're going to scoop the sea. We're going to look at the sky. So if you want, you can really scoop down, come on up. If you don't want to be that big, if you want to be just right about here, that's kind of where I like being. We're right there. Coming up on your toe, coming back on your heel. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, if it doesn't hurt your neck, watch the ball. If it does, just look straight ahead. Last one, everybody. We'll morph into push the mountain. One hand, two hands, whatever you'd like. Breathing in as we go back. Breathing out as we push. Okay, one more. Push the mountain. Open up. And again, if your shoulders are tired, down here's just fine. Last one. Come on back to center. Go ahead and settle your cheek. Switch sides. Same thing. Scoop the sea, look to the sky. As big or as small as you like. As we come down, we morph straight into push the mountain. last one. Breathe out. Breathe in. So instead of thinking about your little ball here, think about a big ball. Breathing in, expanding that ball, breathing out, squeezing that ball together. Last one. Come on back. We're just going to settle our chi once because we are running out of time. We're going to fist punch. Again, punching energetically is good for releasing both appropriate and inappropriate anger. We're getting a nice little waist turn in there. And if you think, what's appropriate anger? So what I would think, is in that realm is I'm super frustrated. I can't get the music to play, and frustration is kind of an anger emotion. So um, it's appropriate that I'm a little frustrated. But I'm working through it. I'm releasing that. I'm pushing it out. And again, anytime we're striking or punching, we're breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Last one, we're going to come into Wild Goose. Again, floating your hands up. You've got that golden thread that we talked about being in our head. Also, it's pulling our hands up where wings are coming up. You can really visualize that wild goose flying through the thermals. One more each side, everybody. Okay, last one. So here's another one of our moves that can be really big or can be really small. It's circle. And big is like literally like you can bend in half, come up, come all the way up. But again, I think this is probably more appropriate. If you're super flexible and if you've been doing tribe, you can do this. Those of us not doing tribe, this is probably better. Switch, go the other way. You can even make it smaller. You can be just within your torso, like we talk about. This comes from martial arts, and you learn to keep your torso safe. Do what is appropriate to your body. Okay, coming on back to center. We'll do one of the other ones I have a real challenging time with bouncing the ball. So bouncing the ball can be as little as lifting your hand, lifting your heel, or a little bit more, or a little bit more. And there's where I run into trouble. I'm going to stick with this today. So you're breathing in, breathing out. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead. We'll settle our chi. and then we'll finish the mudra. Ladies, right hand on the bottom, gentlemen, left hand on the bottom. Towards to you. So, nice deep breath. Regain that Wuji posture, that clearing of the mind, calming of the body, working on your breath. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Set that aside. Nice deep breath. A little bit of work of our meridian work. Go ahead and gently rub your temples, very, very gently. Go ahead and move on back to your ears. Give them a little squeeze on that lower lobe. Curl around. Come on through. Just rubbing your ears, maybe pulling down a little bit if with this wind your sinuses are being unhappy. Just release them. And then come on down. 2 fingers behind the base of your head. Just rubbing back and forth, loosening up your posterior suboccipital muscles. Come on down. We'll do a little bit of tapping. We'll do our chest. Again, lung meridian, opening up our lymph nodes, opening up our meridian, keeping that moving, preventing us from getting lung congestion. Again, a big priority with the COVID, keeping ourselves healthy. So come on down. We're going to do a little bit of chi washing. We're going to come down our arm. I was so excited the other day. I was doing the studying and they said something about the K1 and I knew exactly what they meant. So I was super happy about that. Oh, this is great for if you're having carpal tunnel or if you've had lymphedema, if you've had breast cancer surgery, come on through. And then this last one, when you come on out, we're going to flick off any energy that isn't working for us. Same thing, other hand. Patting down, turning pinky side up, coming up the back. So again, yin side, yang side. Things we don't think about. Soft side, harder side. And again, working with that duality of softer versus harder, not absolutes. When we come down, we're going to, again, release that energy, tighten everything up. Oh, relax everything. Tighten everything up. Relax everything. One more. Nice deep breath. Relax everything. You're going to go and grab your energy. And yes, I realized halfway through practice that I needed to give you the link to the music. I will do that next week, and so it'll just be in the chat. If you haven't been in chat with the Zoom, there's a little function up by where your name is that says chat, and I'll put the link in there, and I'll continue to work on that. In fact, I may ask a couple of you to join me on an off time, and we'll try. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great week. I appreciate you showing up. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.